Okay, so I am with SpamDiggity, who is the Demoman for the Warrior Nation TF2 6v6 team. I'm just going to ask some questions and see how the team is doing. So far, how do you think the team is doing this season in comparison to last season and what you expected so far?
I think the team is not living up to my expectations. I mean, we're doing better than last season, but I thought, with the switch to Utah Pocket and, having already a season under our belt, that our scouts would have improved. I just feel like right now our scouts are kind of weak at one point, and my play this season has been awful because I haven't been playing the game as much. So I'm like letting the team down in general.
Okay, for people who don't really understand, Pocket is one of the soldiers. You have two soldiers, two scouts, a medic, and a Demoman. And the team lineup changed a bit from last season. Do you think the change to this season is an improvement over last season, or do you think it's gotten worse?
It's an improvement, but losing Namus was a huge hit in my opinion because Namus created some big plays and he came in real clutch at moments we needed him. But no disrespect to Ganon, but his game sense was not very good, and it caused us to lose a lot, and his damage output was not there. So basically, if I could not get the kills in time, Ganon couldn't finish anything off, and our scouts would either die to a roaming soldier on the flank because they had trouble with dodging explosive weapons.
Okay, and kind of talking about the struggles last week, we lost on Viaduct, which is a map usually we've kind of been hot and cold on. What do you think was the cause behind that map? Obviously we lost Boom, one of our soldiers in that game. Do you think that contributed, or do you think it was overall the team play that let us down?
Mainly, it was the comms. No, there was no good communication, no strategic changes whatsoever. That was the first time we got rolled this season. I mean, the team that's in first place undefeated right now, we managed to take 2 rounds off them pretty easily when we came up with a different strat. But on Viaduct, we were not changing anything, and also Ham and I were not in the right state of mind to be playing, considering Boom was in the hospital.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. And the other team I spoke to afterwards, and they did actually offer their respects and said we should, scrim another time when everyone's in the right state of mind. On a more positive note, at the weekend we had some scrims against 2 teams. We scrimmed them on Granary and we scrimmed them on Badlands. And on Granary, we didn't even drop a round. And on Badlands, after a struggle against one team, we came out quite close winners in the second game. Do you think we played very well? Do you think it was luck? Do you think it was the other team? How do you think we did?
I think it was the other team. I mean, the first team we faced on Badlands, they had a good strat, and also their scouts were carrying real hard at the mid-fight. Like, they would literally power their scouts after me, and then if the scouts didn't get me down, the soldiers just jumped over and they'd rape us. So I was not alive long enough at mid, so I had to play more passive than I normally do. And as a result, I couldn't put out as much damage for our soldiers and scouts to clean up. It was just so hard to deal with everything. I'd have to focus the scouts, but then the soldiers would jump Lazy Dane our medic. And it just got real frustrating to be able to deal with all that. We had no strategic advantage on that map because we still didn't know what the hell we were doing. The second team we faced had no strategy at all at mid, and that's why we were able to wipe them up a lot easier.
That's true. And moving on to slightly related, where do you see the strength of the team at the moment, and where do you see where we can improve? Obviously, there's probably a lot to talk about both of those.
The strength is in our combo. Our combo normally out-damaged and out-frags the other team's opposing combo, and our weak point is honestly our flank, because at times they're not communicating, telling us what's going on, and if they're being pushed hard or whatsoever. And also, at times when it comes to cleaning up, they kind of fall off in that point. As an example, in that one scrim we had, I must have did like 100 damage to that one scout that came after me on Badlands. And it took one of our scouts 3 shots to kill him, and the scout already killed me by then. The scout could fire 3 shots before my sticky bomb can even arm, so I couldn't even finish the scout off. I mean, that's something that really needs work with the team, is their NGE from our scouts, because their aim really needs to be worked on. If I hit a player for 100 damage, like that, especially a light class like a scout, they should be downed in 1 shot every time. And I think that's one of the things that becomes frustrating on the team, is that I can't spread the damage out enough as I should, and then I gotta play more passive at times, because if I'm caught out of position, I get raped.
I think being the summer season as well, a lot of us haven't been practicing as much as we can. We are expecting to move up into silver for next season, so I think that is also a weakness on our part, that we're maybe not taking it as seriously as we could be. I think if we had been practicing at the same level as we had last season, maybe we'd be improving. But
yeah, I have only been playing about maybe 5 hours a week on TF2. I don't even practice outside of the scrims and matches now. So my rollouts are atrocious. I'm getting the mid real late than I normally do.
That's something we can all work on for next season. Then just, I think, practicing ourselves, both the flank and the combo. Looking towards next week, it's the 7th match of the season, or the 7th regular season match. We are playing on Granary, and where do you see our hopes in that match? Do you think is a good map for us? Do you think we're confident for that?
Granary is a very strong map for us, because I believe our soldiers are really strong, as is our demo. And I mean, most of the weak points we have on our team is when we deal with better scouts or better soldiers, because they usually mop up our scouts with ease, and so we're always down like 1 or 2 players, and we got to deal with more players than we can. But overall, I mean, our scouts are improving. I mean, I'm not going to talk anything negative on them too much, but they still need to improve a lot upon.
Okay, well, expecting a win, which is what I like to hear. Thank you very much for your time. Thanks for talking to me. Hopefully talk to you soon, and hopefully it'll be good news about a win.
That sounds good. I gotta get back to WoW.